Hey there, Starshines. It's Tangent Spinner back, spinner of tangents and ranter of rants, of course. I'm back with the rest of Chapter 2 from WebMage. I realized after I ended last episode that there's only like a page and like what amounts to about 2 pages left for Chapter 2, so this is going to be a shorter video, which was fine. And then Chapter 3 is about the same length as Chapter 2. Actually, I think it's like 2 pages more, so maybe that won't work out. But I figure, hey, as long as I'm not going out of sync like I was in that first video, it's still so bad. Anyway, like I said, so I'm gonna try and get through all this one before I go to bed because I have to go to work early in the morning. I have an 8-hour shift tomorrow. But, yeah, no. So, we left off, Raven had just bitten off the tip of his pinky finger in order to complete a spell with Melkwire that was called Burnt Offering, I believe? Yeah, Burnt Offerings. Which is something, all they've alluded to is that it's extremely painful. It'll keep his 3 cousins who are trying to assassinate him from following them through the magical painting portal. Thank God they're not trying to get through, like, some freaking melted time clock or the Scream painting. I don't know where they're trying to go, but apparently it looks like something nice. Wish I could travel. I mean, I wouldn't want to... I was going to say I wish I could travel through paintings like that, but I'm attached to all my fingers, quite literally, and I don't think I have a gap between my jaw. I don't think I'd be able to even bite through my finger unless I was like desperate, but I'd just have to shoot them first, I guess. But anyway, again, wondering how you guys are liking the intro and outro series. But without further ado, we left off, the paragraph was saying that it was a good story. The spell was good in theory. He'd run it through spell checker looking for bugs a dozen times, but for the obvious reasons he didn't want to. But it beta tested. Merlin, get down off the desk. Hush. Little shit. Alright, here we go. I pulled a sterile wound dressing from my bag. Wound, not wood. It's one of those kind of days, guys. I pulled a sterile wound dressing from my bag and quickly wrapped my finger while Melkwire finished the diagram. A moment later, the paired fingertips began to swell and metamorphose. Within a minute, they had become miniature versions of the goblin in me. Within 2, they were approaching our size. Within 3, they had grown to exact duplicates. My consciousness expanded to fill the body of my doppelganger. I opened my second set of eyes and instantly developed a skull-splitting headache. The effort of managing 2 bodies was bad, but the quadrascopic vision provided by 4 eyes was the real killer. At least it wasn't going to last long. One way or another, the situation would be resolved in the next few minutes. Not I reached down and grabbed the fake Melkwire. I quickly shoved the contents of the bag into my pockets and handed it to Not Me. Not I took it, but put not Melkwire into it, and went out the door of the gallery. I closed my eyes and concentrated on managing Not Me. Melkwire reversed those priorities, working on opening a pre-web deck locus gateway while letting Not Him sit vacantly in Not My bag. Not I staggered a couple of times on the stairs, but made it to the main floor without falling. Morik had just arrived. As Not I watched, there were a couple more shots and sparks danced across the back of his armor. He didn't seem to notice. The armor was modeled on a suit my Aunt Electra had designed, and nothing short of an anti-tank missile was going to breach it. He turned and saw Not Me. Smiling, he advanced. "Ah, dear little Raven, how nice of you to come out to meet me. Did you run out of places to hide, or did you finally remember the nobility of your blood and decide to look your death in the face?" "Neither," Not I replied. "I decided that if I was going to go, I should at least take one of you with me." Not I raised not my hands and pointed at Morik. Internally, I braced myself. Then I opened a line into the interworld chaos and let it roar down the channel that led from my body to my doppelgangers. It was like opening my veins and pouring liquid fire into them. Both of my bodies crashed to their knees, and I felt my own right kneecap fracture. Compared to the pain of the linkage, it was barely worth noting. I was intentionally violating every rule I'd ever been taught about the proper management of magical power. Normally, we only... Yes, Merlin? Would you like to say hi? Would you like to say hi? Say hi. You're interrupting reading time. Yeah. You're interrupting reading time. Hey, yo. What are you doing? There you go. Bye. Sorry, guys. Normally, we only tap the raw chaos in a very carefully channeled way and take all sorts of precautions to contain... Oh, God. Oh, my fucking God. Seriously. Everything's interrupting me today. Very carefully channeled way and take all sorts of precautions to contain it. That's why it could be so dangerous to tamper with even something as simple as a net spider. Muck up the tap and instant charcoal. I felt the skin of my doppelganger crisping as though it were my own, while its underdeveloped nervous and magical channels struggled to handle the overload. There was no chance. My uncle Mordecai had died this way when a particularly involved enchantment melted down on him, and he'd been a better pure sorcerer than I would ever be. It was that death, which I'd had the misfortune to witness from it close at hand, that had given me the original idea for burnt offerings. Not I watched as the power I'd summoned shot from not my hands and wreathed Morik in flames. His armor protected him from some of the fury, but it couldn't stop all of it, and after only a few seconds it knocked him down. I didn't see what happened after that because not my eyeballs had melted about them. Agony filled my soul, and I fought like mad to free myself, both from the pain and from the linkage that connected my two bodies. If I couldn't sever the pathway before the chaos tap finished consuming the false me, it would backlash into the real thing and I would go the same way. I struck at the link with everything I had, but it was very strong. It had to be, forged as it was from sympathetic resonance between me and the fingertip I had used as a seed for the doppelganger. Symbolically, we were part of the same whole, and breaking your own internal self-image apart isn't a task I'd recommend. In fact, it's just about impossible, a circumstance I was discovering to my great dismay. I was going to die. "Boss!" Melchior's scream came from the distance of millimeters. "Boss! The gate's open! Let's get the hell out of here!" There was pain in his voice. No surprise. Not Melchior must have been getting pretty badly charged in that shoulder bag. Fighting through the pain, I forced my eyes open. My vision was blurry with tears of pain, but I could still see the depth and life that had come to suffuse the picture. Too bad I wasn't going to live to see the world on the other side. It looked awfully pleasant. "Thanks, Mel. You've done me proud. Why don't you step through and find someplace nice to settle down? I don't think my great aunt will leave you in one piece if she finds you, even if I'm gone. Take care of yourself." I closed my eyes. It was too hard to keep looking at the escape I'd almost made. "Boss, come on. You've got to move. If you don't, they'll find you." "Don't worry, Mel. By the time they arrive, I'll be ashes. The doppelganger's just about burned out, and the backlash should be along to get me in a few seconds. But thanks for caring." "Don't be an idiot, Wavern. The net's backbone is down. Once we're through with the gate closed behind us, the doppelganger link will be severed." "What?" I thought about that. Sorry. He might be right, but only if I hurried. I had, at best, 5 more seconds before Not I finished flaming out. After that, I reached up and grabbed the edge of the picture frame with one hand. When I started to stand, I rediscovered my broken knee. My leg folded, and I almost lost my grip. I had 3 seconds left. Clenching my teeth, I pulled myself up and into the picture. The pain as my bad knee hit the frame joined the feedback from the doppelganger and sent me tumbling into unconsciousness. And that's it for chapter 2. Like I said, this one was a shorter video and everything. So I'm going to leave you guys here. Tangent's spinning out. Remember, you guys, I'll see you next time. And remember, you're all my sunshines. Night.